Have you ever found yourself agreeing with the majority, even when it doesn't quite sit right with you? Or felt like your choices were somehow influenced by forces you can't quite name? That's no accident. This phenomenon, the spiral of silence, explains why we stay quiet, letting the dominant narrative shape what we believe to be true. And yet, this manipulation goes deeper than silence. We're dealing with forces that subtly control our emotions, perceptions, and even the smallest of decisions. From hidden frequencies to high-tech marketing, we're being influenced in ways we don't even realize. Recent research suggests that electromagnetic waves and subliminal frequencies can alter mental states without us knowing. Dr. Michael Persinger, a pioneer in this field, showed that technology can change our emotions and perceptions invisibly. If things you can't see can affect your mind, how much of your own thoughts are truly in your control? Imagine making what seems like an independent choice, selecting a product at the store, perhaps, or clicking on a particular advertisement, only to discover that this decision was influenced long before it even crossed your mind. This manipulation runs deeper than we may think, impacting us on economic, emotional, and even psychological levels, with neuromarketing as a prime example. In today's world, companies spend millions on neuromarketing techniques designed to trigger your subconscious desires, influencing your decisions with pinpoint accuracy. Neuromarketing uses brain science to tap directly into our subconscious, bypassing rational thinking and persuading us at our most vulnerable. Martin Lindstrom, a leader in the field, exposed how everything from packaging colors to logo designs can sway our minds, setting up emotional triggers that compel us to buy, even if we think we're choosing independently. It's as if a subtle, invisible hand guides our choices, leading us to believe we're in control when, in fact, we're responding to expertly crafted cues. This video uncovers 3 major forces that shape our everyday lives without us even realizing it: social influence, scientific manipulation, and economic persuasion. Together, they form a powerful network that subtly molds our choices, perspectives, and actions. Imagine a society where your decisions are carefully molded by someone who understands your mind better than you do. This vision of control wasn't born in fiction, it was pioneered by Edward Bernays, the man known as the father of modern persuasion. Bernays, a nephew of Sigmund Freud, believed that if you understood how the human mind operated, you could guide collective thought and shape public opinion in ways that few would notice but everyone would feel. His groundbreaking approach laid the foundation for modern propaganda and continues to influence how our perceptions are molded to this day. Bernays saw the potential to make society function better by putting it in the hands of a few with knowledge of psychological principles. To him, society could thrive if the right people could channel the public's ideas, desires, and needs. One of his most influential campaigns in the 1920s associated cigarettes with female empowerment. At that time, smoking was a male-dominated activity, but through carefully crafted messaging, Bernays turned it into a symbol of independence and liberation for women. His campaign didn't just sell tobacco, it reshaped social norms and profoundly altered the way society viewed women, independence, and even gender itself. The implications of Bernays' work are still felt today. How many of our choices, whether they involve the products we buy or the beliefs we hold, are genuine? And how many are influenced by invisible architects of perception? This leads to an unsettling realization many of the values we consider personal may actually be the result of someone else's agenda. In the age of social media, advertising, and omnipresent digital influence, the legacy of Bernays serves as a powerful reminder to question not only the information we consume, but the motivations behind it. Are we choosing for ourselves, Or are we simply following a path laid out by someone with the power to shape minds? In the early 20th century, Edward Bernays crafted the groundwork for propaganda, using traditional media to shape public opinion. But in today's world, those concepts have transformed into something far more pervasive and complex. Modern propaganda is no longer restricted to newspapers, radio broadcasts, or posters. It's personalized, woven directly into the fabric of our digital lives. The ads we see, the content we scroll through, and even the product recommendations we receive are tailored to our specific tastes, interests, and psychological profiles. Today, data-driven algorithms and neuromarketing techniques have created a powerful feedback loop, capturing everything from our purchasing habits to our social interactions. This vast web of data allows marketers, companies, and even political entities to target us at our most vulnerable points, presenting products, beliefs, and ideas that align so closely with our own preferences that they feel like organic choices. We might believe we're following our instincts, making our own decisions, but many of these choices are subtly influenced by highly sophisticated systems designed to predict and guide our behavior. The subtlety of this manipulation is its power. Unlike the overt propaganda of the past, today's influence is seamless, hiding in plain sight. It's designed to make us feel as though our choices are our own, while in reality, we're responding to tailored prompts crafted to spark desire, loyalty, or even fear. And as we engage with this content, algorithms continuously adjust, learning from our behaviors to refine the influence further. It's a spiral of manipulation that's difficult to escape because it's engineered to feel natural. Imagine an invisible force capable of altering your emotions, thoughts, or even beliefs without your awareness. Dr. Michael Persinger, a pioneering neuroscientist, made some astonishing discoveries in this area. Through his research, he demonstrated that subtle, undetectable frequencies could manipulate the brain's function to induce a wide range of mental states, anything from a sense of calm to an overwhelming feeling of fear. Persinger's experiments with low-frequency waves revealed that emotions, perceptions, and even spiritual sensations could be triggered or suppressed, leaving individuals unaware that anything external was influencing them. These findings open up a disturbing possibility. If this technology were to become widespread, who would wield such power? Governments, corporations, or perhaps anyone with the right resources? Imagine a world where unseen forces could influence not just what we buy or believe, but our deepest emotions and values. The potential for manipulation is boundless, and it raises questions about autonomy, ethics, and control in a world where even our emotions could be steered without our consent. This type of influence has found fertile ground in our digital spaces, subtly shaping our thoughts and actions every time we scroll or swipe. Social media algorithms, artificial intelligence, and extensive personal data collection all play a part in crafting our online experiences, reinforcing beliefs, nudging preferences, and shaping our understanding of the world. While some of this influence might seem harmless, Dr. Persinger's research warns of an even more profound reach. It's no longer just about tailoring advertisements or content, it's about altering our emotional states, perceptions, and even our most personal thoughts in ways we may not fully understand. Imagine a reality where these digital spaces don't just sell products, but shape desires, beliefs, and fears, one in which we navigate an invisible, curated landscape that affects us at a subconscious level. The question of autonomy in this technologically driven landscape is pressing. As we move forward, we must stay vigilant and aware, questioning what lies beneath the surface of our digital realities. When we hear the term mind control, images of extreme brainwashing under harsh conditions often come to mind. Psychiatrist Robert Lifton, a pioneering researcher in this area, documented how prisoners and captives were subjected to systematic reprogramming of their beliefs. By combining techniques like isolation, repetitive messaging, and sensory deprivation, captors could essentially force individuals to adopt ideologies that were foreign to them, rewiring their very sense of self and loyalty. But here's where it gets unsettling: these methods of control don't require a prison cell. Lifton's findings reveal that versions of these tactics occur in everyday environments, subtly but powerfully shaping behaviors and beliefs. Think of the isolation and repeated messaging in abusive relationships, where a partner chips away at the other's sense of self-worth. Or toxic workplaces, where endless cycles of criticism and conformity suppress individuality and critical thinking. Even the media we consume can employ these tactics through carefully curated narratives and repetition, subtly influencing what we see as true or acceptable. Lifton's work underscores an important truth: the mechanisms of control can infiltrate our lives without us ever stepping foot in a prison. By being aware of these influences, we can start to recognize the difference between authentic beliefs and those that may have been subtly imposed on us. Ever noticed how some voices seem to dominate while others go unheard? This phenomenon isn't by chance. It's explained by the spiral of silence theory. This theory suggests that when people perceive their opinions as unpopular or in the minority, they often choose to remain silent, fearing isolation or backlash. This silence then creates a feedback loop, amplifying the dominant narrative even more and making alternative perspectives seem invisible. The media plays a huge role in this cycle. By selectively highlighting certain opinions, it can give the impression that these views are the majority, even when they might not reflect the full spectrum of public thought. It shapes our perception of what is acceptable or normal, making those with differing views feel discouraged from speaking out. Social media has only heightened this effect. With algorithms designed to show us more of what we engage with and less of what we don't, we're often exposed to an echo chamber of similar perspectives. It reinforces a majority voice and marginalizes dissenting views, further deepening the spiral of silence. In this digital age, it's easy to feel as if we're alone in our beliefs, when in reality, others may be feeling the exact same way. Understanding the spiral of silence is a powerful step toward breaking it. By choosing to voice our authentic opinions and seek out diverse perspectives, we help create a space where true diversity of thought can thrive, pushing back against the quiet conformity that shapes so much of our public discourse. The question is, can we break free from this invisible control? Understanding how this cycle operates is the first step in reclaiming autonomy over our choices. By recognizing that many of our decisions are nudged by unseen forces, we gain the power to pause, question, and choose with intention. Awareness is the ultimate tool against manipulation. So, how do we break free? Regaining control over your mind starts with awareness. Meditation, for example, is a tool to help us become observers of our own thoughts. By strengthening self-awareness, we gain the ability to question influences and stay centered. Taking back control begins with understanding that you are a co-creator of your reality. Reflect on your choices. Are they truly yours? To regain your voice, recognize these influences and resist the urge to conform, and remember, the first step to autonomy is awareness.